Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Live in the Moment. I am Alex Giuliano, and as always, this is...
Steven.
Yes. Now, how you been?
I've been good. You haven't been on the podcast in quite a while.
It has been a good many days. I've been traveling a lot, so I'm very tired. Mostly out of town, which is why I haven't been on the podcast a whole lot. Yeah, it's been very brutal on the road. It's been a lot of fun, but it's been very brutal. Just airport after airport after airport. Though I am finally an international businessman. I've been to Canada on business. It barely counts, but it counts.
Yeah, barely.
And that's not to be offensive to Canadians, because your country is totally a country that's not the
you're totally
US.
not United States.
But
barely.
You're still on the same continent, so it doesn't feel as impressive, if that makes sense. But, yeah.
That's miles away.
Yeah. I've come across quite a few tragedies, though, on my travels.
Oh, no.
One of which includes, and we all really just need to take a moment to recognize the horrible state of public restrooms in America. Oh. Because you walk into some of those stalls,
There's
and
some real carnage in those things.
My goodness. You look at it, and you can see the fecal matter poking out from underneath the mountain of toilet paper. And you know if you try to flush it, it's going to clog, and now suddenly it's your fault.
Now you're the guy.
Yeah, now you're
the guy who made that mess.
Every time I see that, I can't help but think, like, what kind of animal leaves a stall in that condition? If you're watching this and you've done it before, shame on you. Shame on you.
You know, I can't help but think, I mean, did they just call it quits at that point and just get up and go? Did they switch stalls, realizing this one's spent?
Yeah.
So then they just leave a bomb for whoever else would have to deal with it. Finish their business in the next one and move. You know, who knows?
That's a good question. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. What's the exit strategy on that?
What are they doing?
Yeah. I mean, it's with the mountain. It's like, I'm good. That's crazy.
It's nasty. That's what it is. It's
Who's using that? Doing
I
that?
know.
That's bad.
I can't. I poop in public restrooms. I don't do that.
You know, this reminds me. We went to private school.
Yeah.
And at one point, and maybe it was just folklore. I don't know because I haven't been there. But apparently, the girls' bathroom had a couch in it.
What?
I guess because for them to wait or this or that.
A couch?
Yeah, I know. And I always thought, wow, that's so unfair. Why can't the boys have one? But obviously, that couch would be so piss-soaked, they'd have to get rid of it. So for all I know, there was a couch to begin with, and that went away pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men are brutal to their belongings, particularly public situations. They're like, oh, this is for everybody? Well, I'm going to make it terrible.
It's unfortunate when people don't see, well, when it's not theirs, they don't care at all. I care more in some cases.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I just remembered a story from one of our trips where we were in Kansas City. And I was down in the lobby of this hotel, and I wasn't feeling too great. Okay? So I decided, not really decided, my body demanded that I go to the nearest restroom and throw up. And it's a one-stall restroom in the lobby of this hotel. And I bust into the stall, and it's a disaster. It's a mountain of shit covered in a mountain of toilet paper. And
no.
I have no choice but to throw up on top of this mess. So I'm standing at a good distance, like swooping in for these vomits to try to avoid the splashback that's guaranteed off the top of this shit mountain. And I did it very successfully, and then I flushed, and it did go down.
Yeah. You know, if I could go back in time, I'd give a trigger warning if you were eating.
Yeah.
I would.
Sorry about that. That's pretty brutal to just dive into.
Yeah, that's wow.
But you know what happened, and it was my own personal hell. It's bad enough that I have to throw up, but I have to throw up on top of somebody else's public restroom disaster.
I mean, obviously you didn't stick around, make sure it got all cleaned up and everything.
Oh, good Lord, no.
So you just had to fuel the fire and you pieced out.
I flushed it.
Oh, no, you got
down.
lucky?
I did. I got very lucky. Otherwise, I was just going to let it overflow and walk out.
So the person before you got lazy, you got lucky.
Very.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. It was.
Well, that's
yeah.
horrible. So on a lighter note, I went to Universal.
Oh,
I
fun.
had a great time. It was like a little vacation. I don't really get those that much.
No, I know.
Because I'd rather work.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's really my own fault just deciding. But I ended up going. It was great. And it was super hot because it's summertime here in Florida. And we had to make sure we were wearing plenty of sunscreen. And we were not shy about just stopping anywhere, just stepping off to the side and just lathering up. Like, I put it on so thick, but I am not burned at all. You know, I think I got a little bit of a tan because we were there so long, but we reapplied a few times. And one of the times we reapplied, we were reapplying, and I noticed some birds chilling up top. These like really tiny birds, like probably that big.
Okay.
And they just start mating. Like, they must have done it like 4 or 5 times
Whoa.
while I'm sitting there watching. So we're just sitting there, huh?
You should have filmed that for birdporn.com.
I realized that too late.
Austin
did.
would have loved you.
I realized too late. That is the second missed bird porn opportunity that I have.
Oh.
That was one I actually laid witness to. The other one, I saw blue jays that were just about. Just about. I was outside just filming nature because squirrels do funny things, and it's just interesting to see what's going on. The backyard I was in is just teeming with wildlife. And I look over, I see these blue jays, or I see one blue jay, and it's acting really weird. It's starting to do weird postures, and it's chilling out near my sage plants. It just pops down, and then it like lays down. And it just seemed weird to me. I'd never seen a bird get in a position like that. And I'm filming, like it laying down. I unfortunately didn't have that clip ready. But I'm filming it. I'm sitting on a chair next to the pool, and I got it like this. I'm looking up. And I go to get a better look. I kind of stand up. They notice me. But as I'm standing up, I notice that it's 2 of them. It's the one that's sprawled out, and the other one's like just kind of ready off to the side. And they saw me, and they're like, oh, shit. And they ran out.
Oh,
like, damn it.
You almost caught blue
I almost
jay
had it.
porn, dude.
Almost had it.
Oh, that would have been great.
It would have been something. I don't know about great, but it would have been something.
You know, sometimes something's all you need.
Yeah. I went on the Hulk. I hadn't done that in years at Universal.
Yeah.
Have you been on the Hulk?
My notes.
Oh,
No,
damn.
I wasn't paying attention. I think one of my hands just went like that and slid it off. Yeah. Good. It at least saves your recently deleted. Phew. Sorry about that,
Well, that's
folks.
good. Yeah, I wonder why the distraction. So I went on the Hulk. Have you been on the Hulk?
No.
Well, the big thing about the Hulk is that as you're climbing, a lot of roller coasters will climb up to the top, and they have that drop moment. This has a launch moment. You're coming up, it hits a point, and just launches you. It just throws you, like it just, as fast as it can, shoots you up, and you immediately go into like a barrel roll, shooting down. And that's how you enter into all the different flips, and that it just blew my mind. I was not ready. I had had a few drinks up to that point. I was feeling pretty happy, and I felt a little nauseous afterwards, but blew my mind. I was, wow, just being thrown around like that. It was pretty cool.
Sounds like a well-planned trip. Sounds like you had a good time.
I got the most out of it. I really felt like I relaxed. It was perfect.
Let's talk about some trips that have gone very poorly because of poor planning. So, and that's not to say that poor planning it happens all the time. And to an extent it's okay if you're, as long as you recognize that you messed up and you get better. But we recently went on a trip where we were supposed to train a client. And we get there to find out that the core team for that client had been sent to one of their other locations for that week, pretty much, up until Thursday. And we showed up on Monday ready to train them, and like, oh, they're not here. They won't be back till, they said Wednesday. We found out Thursday later. But, I mean, that's just such a huge mess on the planning committee's end. And
Because there's other locations, we were able to help some people out, but people weren't really ready in the correct order because we had it planned out.
Yeah, and it kind of blew my mind. Because it just reminded me that even the best people will mess up. There's gonna be a blip somewhere. There's always gonna be some little hiccup somewhere in every project, no matter who it's run by, no matter how it's going ultimately overall. There's always gonna be that one little thing.
Yeah, and
it's just,
it's frustrating that it always has to happen, but it's really nice that it doesn't, like, it doesn't define the entire project.
Right. Right.
So, there's those rocky moments, but that's usually how you get to a decent end.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was just that lack of planning. It's just a little frustrating.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to plan your business trips and your personal trips. You'll get more out of both of them.
Oh yeah. No, I was ready for vacay mode for a day, and then I went right back to work. Made up for lost time. No problem. I was like, I didn't take a day off.
Nice.
It was great. I had a great time with that. So want to discuss something else? You want to take a look at a clip?
Let's take a look at a clip before I burn through all my topics.
All right. So I have a bunch of clips today that are martial arts fails. So that's sort of the theme of today. So it's just fun and funny to me. So let's take a look. Oh, look at this shame. Let's watch that again. So he's just trying to break that board. Boom! He really kicks him good in the right in the temple. He didn't go down though.
No, he didn't, but it sounded like something fucking broke. Ow.
Like it's just a slap of the
socket.
I don't know. It looked like it was a clean hit sort of to the side of the head. Right? I mean, if it was an eye sock, I figure he'd go down or something.
You'd think. Maybe he's
It's
just
more
that much of a
intense.
badass.
So this, I don't really understand what's happening. Like, try to soak in the whole thing. We'll watch what happens first. Okay, so he just kicked this homie in the head. But what I want to draw attention to is the background. So this whole thing, as you can tell by that little context you had, is that this is some kind of show for school, I guess.
Right.
And they're putting on some kind of display. What are the guys in the background doing? They got these kettlebells, and they're just doing lifts. So they have that in the background, and homie kicks him in the head. So let's watch that again. Look, they're just doing lifts. Like, what the hell are they doing? And then he just kicks the guy in the head.
That dude went down.
What talent were they displaying there?
I don't know, man. Who was the choreographer for that show? I don't know.
I guess one of them.
Yeah.
By how dumb the whole thing seemed, I would actually guess the guy that got kicked in the head, because he's one of the dumbest ones up there.
For sure.
Yeah. One more time.
There goes the bottle.
Ooh. Man,
his head whips.
He gets
and
rocked
down.
He gets rocked hard.
Hard.
All right. You have another topic you want to jump on?
Yeah. So-called experts.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people in the world right now that will call themselves experts at what they do. And they're not. They're so-called experts. And they put on a strong marketing game, and they can make good money and appear as though they're an expert without making anybody else any money. And I'm getting irked by those people, because I come across them more and more in the professional world. You're just like, you don't know what you're doing. But you're being paid like you know what you're doing. That's not helping the rest of us. It's not helping the project make it happen. It's not helping the project happen. It's not helping anything. It's terrible.
Yeah, it puts you back.
Very much so. It's just particularly with marketing companies that are so-called experts in things like social media or website optimization or...
Well, it's interesting with those subjects that they're so new and they're so ever-changing. How can you be an expert?
Yeah.
In a way.
You can't. It changes almost every day. Because not only do you have to worry about the actual algorithm change,
Yeah,
you
it's
have
not
to worry
static.
about the change of the consumer itself because of how much new information they're being inundated with. Consumers are changing at a faster rate than ever.
Yeah.
And to keep ahead of that curve is it's a wonder why people are lying about being experts.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't get it. I don't. It's like all you have to do is
Yeah,
take the
tough
time
game.
to be good at something, and then you can call yourself an expert. It just takes time and effort. That's it. If you took half the time you took trying to tell people you were an expert at something and actually just becoming an expert at something, people would see that you're an expert at it through your work.
Yeah, you shouldn't need to say it.
No.
Yeah,
If you have to call yourself a leader,
the masters
you're
in their
not
fields
a
don't
leader.
tend to not need to say it.
Yeah.
They might say it. That doesn't necessarily mean they're not.
No.
But they don't need to say it. Like, let's say contractors. There's a lot of really bum contractors out there. But man, the one we know, Mike, it's just amazing. He's a really great contractor.
Mm-hmm. Phenomenal.
You know, it's like, and he doesn't just go around saying, I'm the best, I'm the greatest. He's just a really great dude, just overall. And then really great at what he does.
Yeah.
Seems to love it.
And every time he has to work with somebody else, you just watch him just like ripping
such
his
a great,
hair out.
Yeah.
He's like, you poor bastard. You have to deal with such incompetence on a daily basis from other teams that call themselves experts.
And I think, well, and this is, I don't want to just make a great claim here, but I think something has happened with considering certain jobs lesser because of this college culture.
Yeah.
We think that certain jobs that it's like, oh, that's for dumb people. No, we need smart people everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
All jobs are important.
Yeah.
You know, it makes up society.
Just
It's like if you're
I mean,
if you're really smart and you don't want to just be laying concrete for the rest of your life, why would you? You start laying concrete. You understand what it takes to do the different jobs, to do the different projects. You know, you prove you're able to do it and have the responsibility. You move up the line. You have your own. You start your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason. Pretty much everyone can be
You're mowing lawns,
reasonably
but you don't
wealthy.
want to mow lawns for the rest of your life. You mow the lawns. You learn how to schedule your mowing setup to get the most efficient use of time to get as many lawns done as possible, and then you slowly hire people to do the mowing while you handle the scheduling and the management of it. You can make $1 million doing anything.
Anything.
Anything. There are $1 million cleaning services. People that just come to your house to clean your house.
But, you know, if they're good
If
and
they're
you can
efficient,
trust them,
yeah.
that's huge.
It's incredible. I mean, trust really is everything, and a great example of that in today's marketplace is that Amazon is one of the largest e-commerce things. Even though most of the products on Amazon could be bought directly on the websites of the companies, somebody's not going to hit that website and go, yeah, I trust this company. But when they see it on Amazon, suddenly they're like, yeah, I trust this company.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's that brand recognition. The more you've seen certain brands with different commercials, they have more credibility in your mind. And that's not something you always think about.
No.
You know, you recognize it, but it gives it more credibility to you. And I've been trying to almost break myself of more of that, of just, because there's good ones that maybe haven't been the best at marketing, and there's shit ones that have been great at marketing. So just trying to look at it for what it is. Look at each company as each company. You know, if they're good, they're good. If they're not, they're not. You can't just because it's been in front of your face a bunch doesn't mean it has more credibility.
Right.
It means they paid a lot for advertising.
Right.
But it still works. It's still so embedded. But at the same time, if they care enough and invest enough in advertising, they have something going on.
Yeah. Something. They're able to get enough people to buy into their product or their slogan.
They think they have something worth putting money into. So I'm not saying anyone's dishonest. That's what I actually just really love. I do love business and just seeing the way people are able to make money and able to improve their lives and the lives of other people around them is pretty interesting.
Awesome.
But we do need to be wary, whatever the word is. We need to look out for predatory companies.
Yes.
And, you know, just companies that are shit.
Yeah, there are a lot of them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was so-called experts.
Yeah, so-called experts. Speaking of so-called experts, I guess, we got all these fails from martial arts. Some That's a realm that people will call themselves experts, and probably just own some mall space and
Yeah.
put down a mat. Okay, so this one's not in that theme, but it's funny. So this guy apparently thought he was in the Matrix for a moment. Yeah, pretty good too.
What?
So watch that again. He's
Belly
like,
flop on the concrete.
yeah, because of the way he got caught between the guy and the wall, he just went down. Boom. Where's that contact point? That's a good question. Boom. Right in the face. Look at that. Hold on. It's not face first, was it?
No.
He got some arms
first.
in there a little bit, but he smacked pretty good.
Oh.
The other guy, like, clearly friends that were sparring, but the other guy felt so bad, he immediately hugs the guy. He's like, it's all right, it's all right.
Oh, man.
Boom. Ouch.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Father-son bonding. I said again, because it's a nice little thing they're doing.
It is. It's cute. It's just
Yeah,
funny.
Yeah. Oops.
Ow.
Oops.
Kicks through a board
Man,
and his son.
just, kids are easy to kick. They're just
They
like right at that
are.
height.
They're fun
know-
to kick, too. I'm not endorsing the kicking of children. I'm just saying.
So while that dog is effing up our audio, this guy is intense, and he would F up your picnic.
Oh, dear.
Just come over, just break all your drinks. I love
You
this. He
skip
goes
the
back
Red
and it like it skips. But it's like, look at the Red Bull. Like,
Really?
yeah,
What
really.
in the world?
So let's watch that again and analyze a little bit. So he's just like popping soda, just closed soda. It's just like, watch, I can break aluminum. Congratulations. I love this though. It goes back to the Red Bull, and then it's just pop. Did he chug it? Is that what we waited for? Did he just drink the Red Bull?
Perhaps.
Maybe he failed on that one. Let's watch it again, and then look what he does in that last one. So he's
I
gonna
know.
break it. You see, he breaks it right into his own face.
That one's mildly less impressive than the first one because it took him 3
Yeah.
stabs to get it.
But watch what he does to this mug. Watch her splat. It goes right in his eyes.
Yeah.
Because he has to wipe his face.
Yeah.
He gets smashed in the face. So I took that moment and I exaggerated it. So you see it get splashed in the eyes. Just need to recover a little bit.
That mug almost won.
The mug goes. Watch it. Look at that. Yeah. Gonna fire back. Cha.
The mug took its one last
Yes.
swing.
Poor guy.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. So, on a completely whoa,
What are you doing? Go ahead.
on a completely unrelated note, anxiety and depression.
Yes.
Dealing with them is very difficult,
Yes.
and it sounds weird to say, but you have to be your own beacon of positivity, and it's not easy
Yeah.
to do that.
You gotta like tune into positivity.
You gotta, I don't want to say look for positivity, but at the same time, that's what you're doing. You're finding the positivity. Because every moment can be positive or negative. It depends on how you're looking at it. But if you're, looking for the positive, or if you're tuned into positive, then you're going to have a positive outcome. Even
But
in negative
you get tuned into
situations,
negative.
then
Yeah, and that's the thing.
everything's going to
It's
spiral downhill.
well,
when
and
you
what's
tune into
interesting
negative.
is no matter what state you kind of end up being in, so it can tend towards positive or negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But you always have to deal with whatever thoughts come your way. Like it can be the most random. It just seems like it's just trying to get you down, trying to get you depressed, or it's trying to make you like it's trying to do something. But I actually found that the best thing to do is just overall ignore it.
Interesting.
You know, take it for what it is. Like, think of it as a critic that's a total dick about it. You know, and this is what I try to do. It's hard. But if someone's just a total asshole and they're giving you certain criticism, listen for what's real, what's good. You know, don't let your ego get in the way of good criticism. And sure, you know, if they're just calling you names, they're a jerk.
Yeah.
But if there's something good there, find it. If there's not, just let it pass. It's what it is. Just let it go. Because
Fly away.
you know, and it's weird to say, but I think a lot of times our thoughts are sort of pointless.
Yeah.
They're just kind of, our brain just boop-a-doop-a-doop. You know, it's like its way of whistling.
Yeah.
It's just saying random shit in your head.
Yeah.
And
No,
you just
for
gotta,
sure.
you know, let it whistle.
Yeah. And you just gotta think of it as a train. Just don't engage. Don't try to grab onto one of the train cars. Just let it go.
No, because you're never gonna
Let it
beat
go.
it. You're never gonna have a point that you never have a negative thought.
Right.
It's gonna happen, but it's how you deal with that. You just don't. It's gonna try to make you feel a certain way because it seems like thoughts come with feelings. But just don't let that feeling control you. Just don't let it be a part of you. Just see the anger and go, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Because overall, people are usually so caught up in their own heads and in their own lives that they're not thinking like, the thoughts that you're having are lies.
Yeah.
Period. Because they don't care. Other people, I mean, they might care for you, but part of that is not being a certain kind of judgmental. Part of that is not treating you like crap if you say something.
Right.
If they do, you might need to have different friends.
Yeah. And sometimes friends make it worse, but sometimes it's just really difficult. It really is. It's a constant struggle, but it's important to fight that fight.
Yeah.
Some fights don't need to be fought. That's a fight that should be fought every time.
It is very powerful to recognize that it's a lie most of the time.
Yeah. It is.
It's like, oh, that's just not true.
And it's
Because there's almost like another lie on top of that. Because you think, well, if I don't let myself think these thoughts, I'm not going to come to certain conclusions that I need to. I'm not going to make correct decisions in my life. That's a lie.
Yeah.
You know, you get clouded in these thoughts. They keep you from doing what you need to do. When you're able to relax and not get caught up in just spirals of bullshit, just not getting caught up in that, you have time to think and realize what you need to do.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest lies really is when you get to that point of suicidal, and it's like, well, that'll end the problem.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. It passes it on to all of your family and loved ones. Because now they have to try to figure out why you did it or why you were upset, even though you didn't know yourself, and that's why you finished it off. It sounds terrible to say this, but it's rude. It's rude and it's inconsiderate to your family and loved ones to do that to them. Such a shame.
Yeah, ask for help.
Yeah.
Because your parents,
Easier
like,
said than done,
why it affects your family more is because they care about you. So reach out to them.
So now that I've
Heavy topic.
brought the show way down, from
Way
all the way
down.
up here to all the way down, from above the camera frame to below the camera frame.
I'm feeling depressed and anxious now.
Well, I think we
Not
can
really.
solve that with a clip.
No, I'm just letting it float by. I'm just,
Yeah.
speaking on it.
Letting the train happen.
But it's not. Yeah, it was the mouse that fell. So.
Yeah, for those of you wondering.
That was a special technique. It's a pretty good kick. It's an impressive
That's an
kick.
impressive kick. That's like a flying cartwheel.
Got him good. That guy immediately smiles after he kicks him in the face, too.
Yeah.
Look at him on the mat. Immediately laughing at him. But he's laughing too, so it's all good.
Because it's a funny situation.
It is.
When I've been kicked in the face where it wasn't a funny situation, but they were intentionally kicking at an object, so it's funny. I was in a wrestling practice, and somebody in front of me did a sprawl and kicked their feet back, and I had to be a little too close.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They kicked me in the fucking mouth. So that wasn't fun or funny. Although everyone else laughed, I was not laughing.
No, I don't like stuff in the mouth.
No, I don't like
You
when
know,
my mouth bleeds
You
because
kick
it
me in
got
the
cut.
side or something and be like,
Yeah.
oh, ha, ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't kick me in the face.
Face is the moneymaker, man. That's off limits.
But, you know, just on a side note with that kick, like, I don't think that's very useful in a fight.
No,
I can't think of when you'd be able to wind up for that.
I know. Whose
like a-
face are you kicking way up there that you
I mean,
need
it's like
that
a basketball
wind up and that
drill to
flying
wind
kick?
up like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Let's
Full
watch
run
it again.
start.
That was impressive.
And that, I mean,
like
it's a cool aerobatic stunt, but since, you know, the guy didn't get knocked out, so it's like, I mean, how much power did it actually made it to his foot? I mean, a good amount.
Yeah. Wow. I
Yeah.
wish I could kick somebody in the face that high up. For those
Yeah.
7-foot people to try to kidnap me.
Well, I remember once in, I don't know if it was middle school. School was about over, and I was excited. And I ran down the hallway, and I jumped, and I clacked my heels together and shit, because I'm weird. And so I'm jumping, and I'm flying through the air. I think I went to do that, but I didn't quite get there. And I'm dumb and didn't look at there's a doorway immediately in front of me. I'm midair. And I didn't, check to see if people were about to come out. I didn't leave enough room. I was just being really dumb. So I leaped in the air, and someone is coming out of the weight room, which is what the room was. Stepping out of the weight room as I'm in midair, and I'm at his chest height. I basically just land into his chest. He's like, "What are you? Get off me!" I was a scrawny kid, so it didn't matter. And he just came out of the weight room, so he at least had been lifting. But yeah, that was really dumb. I'm leaping, just flying through the air, just land on this guy's chest.
Whoops.
Yeah, I got a little overzealous.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Oops. So it was similar to that. Some big guy just landed in his chest. Oops.
Yeah.
All right, so this actually reminded me of the time you threw cards into my face.
That's a great childhood memory.
Because you said, hey, you wanted to play 52 pickup, and you had a full deck of cards, and you threw and released from here.
I think
as
the
hard as you
cards were
could.
still in contact with my hand when they made contact with your face, yeah.
It was close.
It
was very close.
It was a very quick little release.
I had a
face.
cut on my nose. You threw it as hard as you could, but you were
I
3
was
years younger and what,
and
4? I mean, you were not you're old enough for but
6 or 7.
wasn't very old.
Yeah,
And,
because you couldn't have been much older than 10.
Oh, but I cried. It hurt.
Oh, of course.
Oh man,
Anybody
it hit me
who
in the
gets
nose. I would have teared up
Anybody
if
who
I
gets hit
wasn't
in the
crying.
face, even as an
but I was
adult,
definitely
has
crying.
to contemplate that. Do I cry or do I suck it up? And kids don't suck it up; they cry.
Yeah. No, I don't tend to cry now.
No.
Mostly tears of joy, actually. Weird.
Really?
Yeah.
I get
Some
tears of
overly
depression,
sappy
but,
thing. I haven't had that in a minute, but
I had
Yeah.
that Saturday. Just FYI. That's why the topic came up. That's why
I
it
figured
ended up in my
it
list.
was on the mind.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it happens. Things happen.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you hit me in the nose.
I
I
did.
cried like a bitch.
You did. I
And,
got real upset.
But this
I almost
this sort of
thought
this kid almost he wasn't at all. But this kid was almost asking for it more than I was because I mean I did nothing.
Not in that moment.
But this is funny. I appreciate this, and maybe I would have laughed. No, that was just mostly cruel. But let's. This is funny. Childhood.
Yes.
Right? Does that remind you of your sentiment? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're excited. You're unapologetic. I seem to.
Yeah, not right away. No. Once I realized you were crying, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, once you're in trouble, then it was like, uh-oh, I feel bad.
Yeah.
But let's watch that again. It's funny. Slaps him right in the face. Because again, like that jump kick, it's like, what are you doing that for? You get a good stretch while you.
Yeah. Like that
Maybe
was
punch
just
in the
a
air.
stretch, yeah.
Yeah, but the younger brother there with the real moves.
Ha! Right in the face.
And then his weight became his own enemy, and that was
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, that was great. Little kids beating each other up is kind of funny.
Yeah, because they're not strong enough to really hurt each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and light sparring is fun too, though.
Yeah. Bare knuckle boxing in the front yard is always a good time.
That was dumb, but it was fun.
It was fun, and it was dumb.
I
But
don't
think
I
it
don't
being
have the
dumb
video
made it
queued
fun.
up, but I will later. Have I showed you that?
The one when Bryce gets hit.
Yeah,
the
did I
slow
show you?
down.
Yeah, with the graphics on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that's good. We gotta watch
No,
that
that's
one.
yeah. We got some good.
Do you have any
shit.
more topics for us?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't. Do you have topics for us? I see a pad that has the date and says podcast at the top.
Yes. Oh, speaking of little kids crying, I was at Universal and we went to get on a ride, and we were walking in line, and there were these two boys with the parents, and the younger one just all of a sudden just starts crying and couldn't handle it, and would like leave, and it tickled me to no end, because as they have to like retreat basically because the kid's ruining the ride for everybody, apparently they had a daughter that was psyched and way ahead in the line. She's like walking back. Are we going? What's happening? It's just a little boy just crying his eyes out.
Oh,
The
that's
girl's
hilarious.
like, "You wimp, just get on the ride. What are we doing?" He's already halfway up. So I had a good kick out of that.
Oh,
Man up.
oh, that's great. Little kids being
Oh,
afraid
jeez.
of things. What ride was it?
I don't remember. I don't think it was that bad.
I was gonna say if it was the Hulk, I can understand.
No,
Was
it
a
wouldn't have been
water
big
ride?
enough to do the Hulk. Was it Jurassic Park? No, this was actually this is Kong.
Oh,
It is a little. I can see how it could be a little scary.
it can be scary, but that. Were you as disappointed with that ride as I was?
No, I was okay with it.
I sat on that and I'm like, you guys took all of that real estate to do a screen ride?
I thought it was cool. There's different screen stuff going on either side. I kept looking back and forth.
Like I saw it,
And
and
then,
just
yeah,
like,
if
guys, this just makes me nauseous. This is a terrible style of ride.
Honestly, I think those screens were better on that one. Some of those 3D rides can make me pretty nauseous because like I can tell it's a screen and you're just shaking me. Like that's how my body feels. It's like I don't always get it. Some are better than others.
That is awesome. The Jimmy Fallon ride at Universal. Have you been on that?
I have.
That was actually really good in my opinion.
Interesting.
It did
I think
not make me
Colleen didn't
nauseous
like
at
that one
all.
as much. I thought it was good for what it was at 3D. It didn't make me
Yeah.
nauseous at
I
all.
thought
It had a good.
little fun thing.
It had the effect was good.
Yeah.
Like the actual feeling it along with watching it was
Mm-hmm.
really cool, and it's in the whole big audience thing.
Yeah, it was great. I very much enjoyed that. I didn't get nauseous. I got a little nauseous on Kong. I'm not gonna lie. Now it didn't help
I
that I'm
didn't
pretty
on
sure
that
I
one.
went on it right after I went on the Harry Potter Castle ride.
That's
And
why.
that one makes me nauseous.
That would double doing it would. You need to take a break.
That one makes
The
me
Harry
so
Potter one-
nauseous.
That one's scary. The castle one.
Yeah.
Oh, because I can't help but look around and see
Yeah.
stuff, and just really seeing that you're just on this
Arm.
weird arm that's just
Yeah.
all the different. Oh, I'm getting nauseous thinking about it.
No, I
It just
know.
leans you
Oh.
back, and
Oh,
it
it's
is
not
a
fun.
really cool one.
It's cool.
But you can't do that one too many times in a row. I had fast pass on that. I waited.
Gringotts.
You refused. That was a great one.
That one's gonna make me more nauseous, I'm sure.
There's more coaster on that. That was like actual coaster.
I was under the impression it was a screen ride.
There's a lot of screen stuff, but you're on a.
See, if you do a lot of screen stuff and then put me on a coaster, I'm almost guaranteed to throw up. I need one or the other.
Okay, you got to go on the Hulk then.
Yeah. Because it's like, I wanted to go on the Dueling Dragons. They tore it down.
They did.
I can't
You've been
remember.
on that though. You
Yeah.
went on that.
I like the Mummy, though. The Mummy's great. I went on that
Always
1,000
great.
times.
Always great. You
Oh.
you seriously got to go when we go Halloween Horror Nights at least one of the times.
Which passes did you guys get?
We got
Did you
one.
the-
We get one included, and
With
we're
the-
also going 2 nights.
Did you? So you got the one that turns into a fast pass after 4 p.m. then?
The end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
the best way to do it.
For those of you
That's
who aren't
what-
aware of what the Universal
That's
annual
what I did
pass can
for,
get you
Harry
get a
Potter.
fast pass after 4 p.m. with that.
I waited for Harry.
Oh.
I waited for Harry
It's
Potter.
so
I knew
worth
that
it.
wa-
It's
the
so
line would
worth
be
it.
crazy. I didn't on Gringotts. I don't think. I don't think I waited to get the fast pass. But if you go on Horror Nights, it is walk right in.
Oh yeah, for the Mummy.
Hot pot. Yes, and Gringotts. Gringotts is like open, and you can enjoy everything over there. That's the
Because
time
it's
to go.
Not the Halloween.
Because
area.
that's not the focus. Yeah, it's a retreat moment. You can go
That's
grab all the. You get the
amazing.
butter beer and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, hot pro tip.
Yeah. I'm
So
gonna
when
be
you
there.
go, seriously, that is the best time to go. It was so dead once. I went into ice cream thing and I asked them about. Just like I was like, well, what flavor would you want, or this or that? And I mean, they must have had those freezers like turned down real low because I got the cold shoulder like you wouldn't believe. I mean, they just did. It was like I entered the Twilight Zone. It's like I was being super friendly and talking to people. It's like I've been doing it all day, and everyone's been super nice, and just nothing. I don't know if like someone just had a fight or someone cut a fart or I don't know what built the tension in that room, but you could cut it with a knife.
That's
So I'm not going back to that one ever after that one. I mean,
Where
you can
was
get
it?
stuff. It's in the Harry Potter area.
Okay. Interesting. I always get my ice cream
shop,
at
yeah.
City Walk.
There you go. Good stuff. So we got to do that soon. We got to take a vacay together because we got annual passes. We can go whenever.
Yeah. Always vacay with your friends and your anal passes.
It's important to have a pass if you're going to go anal.
Yeah, no, for sure. You don't sneak that up on somebody.
Annually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would definitely encourage getting an annual pass to a theme park because there's nothing better than walking around where there's music playing. And that's like one of my favorite things. You walk around, you're like, I feel like I'm walking around to my own theme song.
It
right
feels
now.
magical.
It does.
You get John Williams over in the Jurassic Park or Harry Potter or any of that. It's
Oh my God. I love
You know what I'm excited for? I don't know if it's. I think they're going to do a different park. I'm not sure exactly yet because they bought a new plot of land and stuff.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
I have all the
no,
rights
Nintendo
for that.
World. Oh, I'm so excited. What I want to get to is Volcano Bay opened up.
Yeah, I haven't been to that one. I only got the 2 park. You got
I
2
got
park?
a 3 park. So
There
I
you
have
go.
a pass for Volcano Bay, so I'm gonna have to check that one out. Oh,
I only got 2,
excited.
but we got to
Well,
do that.
it's much cheaper to do 2.
That was exactly why.
Like I looked at it and I'm like, I can
You
do
wanna
the
go
2
big or
park,
go
but I
home,
want to
man.
go big. I want to get the 3 park because I
See,
like water rides.
See, I counted that extra money, that I didn't spend to do that difference on hotel or whatever later this year.
Boom.
So I'm going to stay on hotel. And I'm actually
Yeah.
not sure because I think it is cheaper. You can just go to one off lot, really close. Because the thing is, if you stay at one of the hotels, you have to like pay for parking, I think. There was something that you had to
I
pay for
valeted
parking.
my car, and I paid
Were you
for
good?
valet. Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. You could do that.
Yeah.
But because of the annual pass, you get a free parking spot on the thing. You could park in and go up and do that. So what I'm thinking is with the hotel, because it's not that much worse, because you get the parking spot, breakfast, this or that at the hotel, and then you got parking at the other one. So you always get the parking.
Nice.
For
Yeah,
free.
Yeah. The one thing, yeah, that I
'Cause I don't really care for valet. I don't need other
my
people driving
thing,
my
the
car.
only thing about staying on property is the early park access by an hour for Islands of
Yeah.
Adventure,
Okay.
and you have a fast pass all day, every day, because of your room key.
That might be worth it.
Like it's if you use it
Well, I
multiple
think
times
one
on
of them
every
had
ride.
like the pricing was still around the same. I don't remember what we haven't pulled the
Yeah,
trigger on
yeah.
anything. We're looking for September, so. And I haven't decided because we have 3 days basically because we bought buy one get one, and then we got the one for the annual pass.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure. I think we were going to do the 2 together initially. Then we got the 3rd one. It's like, do we want to split all 3 up? Do we want to just for the horror night?
Yeah,
so,
who knows?
I don't know. Because you got at least one, right?
I have one, yeah. Well, one each.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing better than theme parks, man.
They're fun.
They are.
I love living in Florida.
I'm going to Disney on August 5th. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm eating at the Be Our Guest restaurant in the castle. The Beast's Castle. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm excited. I'm
Oh,
excited.
damn, that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
All right, so on that cheery note,
Yeah.
is there a clip I want to show here real quick on our way out here? Yeah, so let's watch this weirdness on our way out. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you next week. This has been
Yeah.
Live in the Moment.
I was Alex Giuliano.
I am Steven Giuliano. And now let's watch this weird show. Ooh. One more time.
He goes fucking down.
I would too. We'll catch you next time.
Oh, next time.